Hey, can you tell me what organ is essentially encased in solid bone that is not the brain? Well, it's your spinal cord. Surprise! It's also super important. Now, the spine is a little bit different than your skull because it moves. But without that mobility, we would basically be like a stick figure, unable to bend and flex anywhere above the waist, or even in the waist potentially. So, why is the spinal cord encased in all of this bone? Well, it's to protect it, silly. Just like the brain. It's so important it needs to be protected. When you have compression of the spinal cord or severing of the spinal cord, something happens to it, you can end up paralyzed. To a lesser degree, nerve fibers aren't necessarily paralyzed, but they're dysfunctional at a lower level than paralysis. And that disrupts communication. So what we have here is a super important component of our body, the spinal cord, communicating messages from the brain down through the spine and out through these little nerves that go to the rest of the body. They come out of these little holes where the spine is actually designed to move. The holes where the nerves come out are in the joints of the spine. This is why when a joint of the spine becomes misaligned, it can squeeze down on that hole where the nerve comes out, compressing the nerve. It's not rocket science. It's just basic physics and structural engineering. So it's really cool that in the grand design, our bodies and our universe were intelligent enough to present protection for the spinal cord like it did for the brain. But the spine has a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of places where things can go wrong. And as a result, chiropractors exist because chiropractors take pressure off of nerves by realigning the spine so that those nerves can function at as close to 100% as humanly possible, thereby providing you with proper regulation and control and healing of the entire body and all of its function. It's amazing, and we should be grateful that our spinal cord is protected the way that it is, because otherwise there would be a larger number of people in wheelchairs or with some kind of paralysis because their spinal cord was vulnerable to injury. But if you want your nervous system to work optimally, whether you are in pain or not, you cannot have pressure on those nerves. You must seek help to remove pressure. We call this pressure caused by spinal misalignment on nerves. We call it vertebral subluxation. Vertebral subluxation is a specialty of chiropractors. We are the only healthcare professional that is trained to detect and correct spinal vertebral subluxation. So if you want help perfecting and optimizing your body's ability to function, to heal, to regulate, call a chiropractor today and find out whether or not you have subluxation or not. My name is Dr. Lou Jacobs. I'm cruising in the Chiro van and I'm teaching anatomy at the same time. I hope you enjoyed it. I wish you a fantastic day. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will catch up with you later. Take care.